Caitlin Clark's newest teammate's agent deletes social media after fans bring back her white privilege tweets. The Indiana Fever's latest edition of Sydney Colson sparked trouble after her agents concerning Caitlin Clark-related social media posts. The Indiana Fever are pulling every string possible to bring in reinforcements for Caitlin Clark this season. After an early playoff exit in her rookie season, Clark and the Fever are looking to build a championship-contending roster. With this in mind, the Fever signed 2x WNBA champion Sydney Colson to a one-year deal. However, trouble is brewing after her agents troubling Caitlin Clark-related social media posts following Colson's signing with the Fever. Fans dug deep after posts emerged of her agent, Gina Paradiso, calling out Caitlin Clark over her white privilege. Paradiso, the CCO at Lift Sports Management, has been an advocate for equality and social justice. However, her posts targeting Clark came under the scanner after ex-user at the Brink of Glory surfaced controversial posts by Paradiso. Since the emergence of her past comments about Clark, Paradiso has deactivated her X account. Her comments come after a tumultuous season for Clark and the Fever, which was subject to a number of controversies regarding her race and skin color. In the midst of this race war surrounding Clark, Paradiso seems to have sided against the 22-year-old star. However, with the addition of Sydney Colson to the team, it is clear that any possible tension between Gina Paradiso and Caitlin Clark will have to be put aside as the Fever look to elevate the team to title contention with a number of major off-season moves. As it stands, Clark and the Fever might just be one of the top title contenders in the upcoming WNBA season. How does the addition of Sydney Colson help Caitlin Clark? One of the major issues for the Fever last season was the lack of a true backup player behind Caitlin Clark. The rookie sensation had been expected to take over the franchise from the day she was selected as the #1 overall pick in last season's draft. However, throughout the season, the Fever often found themselves without a true replacement for Clark off the bench. As a result, Clark averaged a team-high 35.4 minutes per game in the regular season and a whopping 38.2 minutes per game in the playoffs. This was evident many times in the season and the playoffs, where CC looked exhausted at the end of high-pressure games that went down to the wire. However, with the addition of Sydney Colson, the Fever will look to address this issue. Colson, who was a key part of the 2022 and 2023 championship wins for the Las Vegas Aces, is expected to fill out the backup spot for Caitlin Clark. Having been in the league for over a decade, the savvy veteran point guard will provide solid spot-up minutes for Clark when she inevitably heads to the bench. The Fever, who also signed former WNBA champions Natasha Howard and DeWanna Borner in free agency, will look to their heavily upgraded roster to lift them to serious title contention in just the second year of Clark joining the team. Let's talk about the top players in the WNBA for the upcoming 2025 season. A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark are rocking the basketball world and earning the top spots on the list of the best WNBA players. These ladies are forces to be reckoned with and will only get better. First up, we have A'ja Wilson. This lady is a beast on the court. She's got the skills, the smarts, and the determination to dominate the game. A'ja has been putting up some incredible numbers and leading her team to victory. She's got the strength to battle it out under the hoop and the finesse to sink those baskets. And then there's Caitlin Clark. She is a superstar in the making. She's got that killer instinct and isn't afraid to show it. Caitlin has a natural talent for scoring and she can light up the scoreboard like nobody's business. Her shooting range is insane and she's got the handles to blow past any defender. Don't let her age fool you, she's got the skills and the confidence to make a huge impact in the league. These rankings are based on ESPN's default women's basketball settings, which award 1 point for each point, assist and rebound, a bonus point for making a three-pointer, and 2 points each for blocks and steals. It was fitting Iowa retired Caitlin Clark's jersey the day the Hawkeyes played USC. The date was chosen because of the symmetry, February 2nd, or 2 halves, which, as anyone not living under a rock the past 2 years knows, is Clark's number. But few records stand forever, and the athlete who might one day break Clark's was there to see firsthand what she's chasing. Juju Watkins set the NCAA freshman scoring record last season with 920 points, and tied for the 4th fastest player ever to reach 1,000 points. She has scored 1,472 points through her first 55 games, slightly behind Clark's pace that eventually saw her set the all-time NCAA Division I scoring record with 3,951 points. "I don't really think about it that often," Watkins said after Sunday's game,